I'm going to go through all the combos, the rigs, and the terminal tackle we use today in order to catch these fish. The first combo I'm going to talk about is when I was using my jig and I was flipping it by the structure under the docks and pilings. So starting with the combo, the reel is a 2500 Daiwa BG, which is perfect for bass and also for light tackle and just having fun inshore. You'll catch a whole bunch of fish on this rig. And this is spooled up with 10-pound mono on the main line. And then attached to it, paired with it, is the reel. And this is a Tsunami 7'2" Airwave Coastal Series rod. Really love this rod. It really gives you a great fight, bends over, it's awesome. But I also like to use, after I have tied onto my main line, a 10-pound, I have fluorocarbon leader. And we like to use Tsunami fluorocarbon. Depending on the fish you're targeting and the water clarity, you want to use between 20 up to 40-pound fluorocarbon. Today I was using 20-pound fluorocarbon. And I attached it with a loop knot to my Mustad jig head. The jigs I prefer to use are right here, and as I said in the video, you use different weights of jig heads depending on the water clarity and how fast the current is moving for you that day. I like to use, like I said, Mustad jig heads. This is a perfect inshore combination here. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it, but they have all different colors available to choose from. All of these colors work great. You know, I was using the 3/8 ounce up to a quarter ounce jig head today. But like I said, you just have to switch it up, change your jig head size depending on the bait you're using. For instance, I was using the shrimp, that was perfect, but you can also go ahead and use soft plastics on your jig heads as well. And this is the ones that I like to use. Mustad has great jig heads and they're very strong, so check this out and I'll link it down in the description below. The main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the shark setup. This is our standard combo for smaller sharks, especially when you're inshore fishing. Now we're using right here with the reel is a Cabo 80. Great setup. We've caught a ton of big fish on this reel, paired with a star rod, and this is spooled with 50-pound braid as the main line. Now to talk about the actual rig we were using. So there's one already on this reel, but I'm on this rod, but I'm going to go ahead and show you one that we already have pre-rigged over here. But it's pretty awesome setup. What we like to do for inshore sharks is use mono. We don't like to use wire. And the reason for that is because sharks are very sensitive to any types of wire. I think it sends them like electrical signals or just something funky. So they would rather not bite wire. They prefer to bite mono. This is 250-pound mono we're using as a leader. It's about, I would say, 4 to 5 foot long. And starting with the very beginning here, we have a heavy-duty Mustad swivel that we crimped onto the 250-pound mono leader. And we have a little box here of crimps. Pretty awesome. You should keep this with you at all times for different sizes of mono. But once we crimp that on, like I said, we have 4 feet here, all the way down to the actual hook. And we have another another crimp attached to the mono leader. And we are using, depending on the size of your bait, today we are using a 10-aught Mustad circle hook, 2 times strong, and it's the Demon Perfect circle hook, which is much safer for the sharks and the fish. And like I said, you can use 8/0 up to 10/0 circle hooks depending on the size, but today we were using the 10-aught.